guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 8 of the TEW series of WWE 2009, the PG era, where of course we are going to try and change what happened in this kind of time frame, and change a couple of pushes and hopefully get certain wrestlers over that unfortunately in that time frame didn't get over. So Survivor Series was last night. We're now on the road to TLC, so we have to try and change a few feuds, make a couple of different things happen that happened in WWE at this time, and just start to branch out and go our own way creatively. So for Monday Night Raw, we have 12 segments. We have 3 pre-show segments. I'm not going to go through the storylines just yet because I don't want to give too much away. Also, this will be one of the first videos where I'm actually going to bring in my own custom angles. I feel now I do have a bit more time to kind of put into doing custom angles. I feel I'm at the stage now where creatively I think I can translate what I think in my head on the actual typing it out. I'm just hoping it comes across well and people can understand it, and we can build some good storylines and feuds off that. So, without further ado guys, enjoy the show. And we have booked this one. I have to double check. In the Garden in New England. We have not done a show apart from Superstars, which of course I'll go back and reveal the results after we do the show. In fact, actually, I'll just check. I can actually show you the results right now. So that's ideal. Evan Bourne defeated Joey Mercury. Leo Kruger defeated Kung Fu Naki. And Rey Mysterio defeated Seth Rollins. Only got a 34 E+, but again it is to put over our younger talents and to showcase them and help them learn skills. Well, as I say guys, Monday Night Raw, let's crack on with the show. So we start off in a match that had some good action but non-existent crowd heat. The dark match of the Brian Kendrick defeating Jamie Noble in 606 by pinfall with sliced bread number 2. Another match to continue the momentum of the Brian Kendrick and establish him as a mid-card heel. 58C-. No skill improvements, but as most of it is for is just to continue the momentum. And a bout that had some solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat, Chris Masters defeated Fergal Devitt in 636 by pinfall with a Master Lock Slam. 48D again just serves its purpose of getting Chris Masters over and hopefully getting Fergal some skill improvements. Unfortunately not in this case. And the final pre-show match, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat. Sheamus defeated Primo in 909 by pinfall with a Celtic Cross. 66C+, again put Sheamus over. No skill improvements to report there. So, time for Monday Night Raw. So we start off, Shawn Michaels walks over to Triple H and tells him he's sorry about last night. He says that DX should have worked together and not been so selfish about winning the WWE title. Tonight HBK says it's all about the tag team gold, and he will make up to Triple H by securing the win over Jerishow. Triple H nods in agreement and says if Jerishow ain't down with that, we've got 2 words for them: suck it. And that is a 78B. Shawn Michaels came out of this looking good, so did Triple H. And then what next for DX storyline as advanced for this segment. So where are we going to make them go next? Will it be the tag titles? Only remains to be seen. And kind of maybe does give away that someone is possibly turning, but who? We'll click no. Oh, completely turn, sorry, we'll click yes. In an extremely short match, The Miz defeats Santino Marella in 527 by pinfall, the skull crushing finale. The Miz makes defense number 1 of his US title. Just a general match to get The Miz over and put the title on the line, get it a bit of prestige. 68C+, no skill improvements. And that does its job. Next up we have Jerry the King Lawler. He's backstage with Brian Kendrick and he's just talking away. Not really talking about a match because he's already been in a match and pre-show. Really just getting himself over and hopefully getting a decent segment, and of course letting the crowd see him. It's a 68C, so hopefully that will maintain his popularity. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase are seen talking backstage, so Legacy has something planned for this evening, and that got a 79B. Next up, and about the featured great action and a good crowd, John Cena defeats Chavo Guerrero in 824 by pinfall with an attitude adjustment. 83B+, again just a match to get John Cena over and keep him away from everything else in the moment until we can work him into a storyline. And then the storyline happens to come here from Kane. So John Cena is celebrating his victory in the ring, nice and easy, and Kane runs in and attacks Cena. Kane is relentless in his brutal attack, chokeslamming Cena into the mat before dragging him to the outside and whipping him into the steel stairs, before taking the announce table apart and sending John Cena through it as well. Kane is sending a message here tonight and signaling his intention to win the WWE Championship after what seems to be him switching from the SmackDown to the Raw brand. So, I will reign again. Kane wants to be champion. He's came to Raw to make that championship his. He's destroyed Cena. 100 A+ segment. Fantastic from these two. And that is going to be our WWE title feud. Next up, basically the Miz is disappointed because Evan Bourne has been costing him matches recently and just decides to attack Evan Bourne. The Miz is really annoyed. Evan Bourne fights back though and sends Miz packing basically. This is just a wee small angle I thought would fit in a wee backstage fight between those, although it does say in the ring. And it was just to kind of continue the feud between them. Although Evan Bourne was absolutely awful and his improvised dialogue was a complete disaster from being unscripted. But that's 76B-. Then we have a video promo for Sheamus, 70C+. And about the feature, great action and a good crowd. Kofi Kingston and the world's strongest tag team defeated The Legacy in 14:23 when Kofi Kingston defeated Ted DiBiase by pinfall. We have Trouble in Paradise, 69C+. The match suffered due to its booking. There simply wasn't enough time for the workers to adopt a slow build approach. That's my bad. I'll look at that next time. Two storylines continue, the Legacy and the Orton and Kingston storylines. We're going to continue with Kofi and Randy Orton for his technical skills. Chris Jericho and the Big Show are in the ring talking about how good they are before tonight's match. That is a 91A segment. The match itself, in a match that had some excellent in-ring action and a great heat from the audience, Jerishow defeated Generation X in 16:56 when Chris Jericho defeated Triple H by pinfall with a codebreaker following a turn by Shawn Michaels. Yep, we're going that way. We're turning Shawn Michaels heel. Let's give him one more heel run. Jerishow makes defense number 2 of the titles. The announcing quality wasn't up to the standard of the match. Both tag teams show great chemistry, but we have other plans for Jerishow. It's just not with D-Generation X. And an 84B+, and we will turn HBK. Complete success because it's the first one that's really been a shock, and every other turn will be kind of slow built. That is a plan there. And to finish the show, following the conclusion of the match, Shawn Michaels gets the sledgehammer and blindsides Triple H with a vicious blow at the abdomen and clocks him again, bursting Triple H wide open, and basically in an act of revenge from 2002. That's an 88B+. Shawn Michaels looked good. The storyline continues, and we scored an 87B+, which increases our popularity in 15 regions. So hopefully that gives you an idea where we're planning to go for TLC. A couple of the feuds we're hoping to take to that, and hopefully have some decent gimmick matches. Feedback was awesome. Really bad for Superstars, understandable. Might look at El Generico, I just think it's too early to bring him in. Let's have a look at our emails. Just the ratings, a 0.09 on the box, 0.42 in Fox 8, 0.76, so that's up as well. Same for that. Down in J Sports, plus down in the score, up in Televista, and the main one we are down by 0.03 on the USA Network. So I'm just going to go through the storylines we have. We are going to go with a Fatal 4-Way for the World Heavyweight Championship between Batista, CM Punk, Rey Mysterio and Undertaker. We're going to have Crown Time in the Hart Dynasty, adding in Jericho and the Big Show at that feud. We've got obviously the I Will Reign again between John Cena and Kane. We'll continue Ziggler and Morrison. We'll continue Orton and Kingston. And then you've obviously got Evan Bourne, The Miz and Swagger for the US title. And DX Implosion there. So that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to the progress we're going to make towards TLC. And hopefully we can deliver a blockbuster pay-per-view then. Thank you for tuning in. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section. And if you haven't subbed, please hit that sub button. But until next time, our next video will be, of course, ECW and SmackDown and 21 Maxwell. I'll catch you all real soon. Bye bye.